Hey, good evening. Welcome to the No Logic tournament. We have a race between Malmo and prdwong. And I'm Arborelia. I'm joined on comms here by Professor Render.
Hello.
So this is a very hype race. I know both of these players are very involved in teaching people to do these glitches, and I'm sure that we're going to learn things from this race. Yeah, Professor and I were a team that attempted the glitched co-op tournament, and now we're going to attempt to commentate this race together.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Yeah. So, in case anyone is joining us, this has been about the first week of a play. So no logic for those who are uninitiated is basically, well, there is absolutely no logic. They're basically any item that can show up anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's up to the two runners that you're seeing on screen to try and get all the items using whatever glitches they have at their disposal, with the exception of two major game-breaking glitches.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's no logic about like whether the game is beatable from a certain set of items, because with enough glitches, any game is beatable. So we've got the kind of typical start for No Logic here. They're both checking the island to see if that's an item they want to get, and now they're going to be hopping into the water. See these kinds of checks a lot in glitched runs because you might as well check the hobo sometime, and you're just going to isolate it if you don't do it first. So why not just do it first?
And we actually get the desert small there. That actually is nice. So just because that way we don't have to. Well, we're still gonna do the right side anyway without the small key, but that's gonna be good for a couple of things that we're gonna see.
Yeah, very few small keys are essential, but small keys can be convenient. And now we've got Momo setting up a Tam Swam, setting it up on an upward diagonal, which is the kind of the trickier version. There we go. And she's just going to be swimming through a wall. So this is a glitch that has been gaining a lot of popularity. She's now got no bombs, and she needs to get into Ice Rod Cave, and that's just an upward teleport. Yeah, Tam Swam, you can, from any diagonal edge in the water, you can swim directly left or right as far as you want.
Yep, it's actually a lot. It's something I did attempt to do originally, but never actually applied it in a race. I just only did it in a practice hack.
Yeah, so it's gained a lot of popularity recently and becomes part of the kind of the standard start, like a standard start, because from the hobo you can get to Ice Rod Cave and then set up Water Walk and get into this fairy cave.
Green Pendant is in Desert Palace.
Okay. Boss of Desert is one of the easiest bosses to get to in No Logic, so kind of a little disappointing in terms of early crystal progress.
And Malmo found that there is a male upgrade up on the Zora ledge, which she chose not to do to get.
Yep. There's a lot of things that involve death warping, so there's a lot of cases where having more armor is a liability. And of course staying alive is nice, but we'll see these runners who can deal with a lot of situations. Alright, we've got a blue boomerang, one of the ingredients of 0A stuck pushing, which is a glitch that I learned pretty recently and is extremely hype when it happens. Yeah. But that's thinking way ahead.
Yeah, I don't really normally I would say like that is the objectively worse boomerang, but in this game where you're allowed to do it like any glitches, say for the two game breaking ones. This any boomerang would work really. Both boomerangs are probably better.
All right, looks like there was nothing important on the lumberjack ledge, which is, lumberjack ledge can be a pretty frustrating location because you do have to beat Aga. There's no other way to it. No other reasonable way to it. I'm sure there is another way to it. Yeah, so stuck pushing is a variant of hook pushing. And Malmo has written an excellent guide to hook pushing that now includes stuck pushing, and that's why I learned it recently. So hook pushing is about mis-slotting. And like the familiar variant of it is you get a lot of items on the screen, you mis-slot a Cane of Samaria, it's glitchy, blah blah blah. Stuck pushing you do without a Cane of Samaria, and you mis-slot the hook shot by shooting it twice at the same time. And there's a blue boomerang variant of it that just sends you rocketing upward to the edge of the tile, which is really useful for getting to Trinex. So now I'm really hype, seeing the blue boomerang.
Yeah, I did the Trinex one with a red boomerang. It shouldn't really matter which boomerang on it is. I don't think there.
Yeah, you gotta wait for the red boomerang to stop sparkling. So yeah, it still works.
Right. Yeah. So Malmo did the Death Mountain Ascent through the more common one that we're seeing nowadays.
Yeah, I think we're actually seeing a bit of a rare strategy here from prdwong. Like recently, the meta has been to put off going to Kakariko as long as possible, so that you can try and do things like activate the flute, turn in the bottle, visit Magic Bat. You can try and do all those at once. Malmo, I think, messed up a screen wrap there. So prdwong going to Kakariko first is actually kind of an interesting bit of variance here.
Yeah, from what it looked like, Malmo was trying to do the hero clip, but ended up getting stuck. So had to reset out to retry. And there's a hammer here in Hera. There's also an ether medallion inside the well. And a powder.
Nice to see that early hammer.
So as prdwong's just going through Kakariko, Malmo will still check out some stuff, and here's a piece of heart on top of Spectacle Rock. We'll pick that up. Choosing to go to the right, so we're going to go to East Step Mountain because we can, because with the boots, quits, and teleports, we can actually get to the East Step Mountain without any needs for a hammer or anything.
Yeah, I mean, she also has the hammer, but this way's quicker anyway. So prdwong's got the powder and is going to be visiting the Magic Bat. Of course, you don't need the hammer for this when you can do glitches. You just do this weird screen wrap. And that's actually prdwong falling into the Bat Cave.
Alright, we'll receive a map for Pod. Speaking of Pod, there's the compass for it.
Okay.
And we got a bow and ice rod and half magic. That is quite a
yeah.
That's quite a stacked paradox cave.
Yeah. Hey, let's talk about that ice rod. So the settings of this race are double rods, which is an important thing to avoid one of the cases where meeting the requirements of this race would be impossible. Which is that... So this is a no logic crystal bosses race. The crystal bosses rule is that you have to get the 7 crystals, and you have to beat the 7 bosses that they're on. You don't necessarily have to do them at the same time, but you do have to do them all. And that's a race that makes No Logic... It's a rule that makes No Logic races more interesting and more difficult.
Yeah, I think it's a nice change of pace, really. It's like it's good to at least have some security when it comes to completing the seed.
Yeah, so the double rods means that there's 2 fire rods and 2 ice rods, because in crystal bosses, if the fire or ice rod were on trinecks, then it would actually be impossible to meet the crystal boss's goal. And with double rods, there's going to be a way.
Malmo cut it a little too close there with that spiral cave, but we'll receive a Burna there.
Mm-hmm.
And Puri chose to there was a sword on the race game, and is actually going to now head into desert. Oh yeah, Malmo also did do the little wrap to get over to Graveyard Ledge.
Yep. Good place to go and restock, and also when you go there, you can just immediately Houlihan.
Yeah, because it does cause that important error in the Y coordinate for Link.
Money can be important because there's a lot of glitches that are fueled by potions, by like drinking a potion when you go through a door or across a screen transition. So you gotta buy those potions. So Houlihaning is particularly important in this mode. prdwong's got 2 swords already.
Yeah, the interesting thing to note was that prdwong actually chose to open the door with a small key in hand. And actually chose to not do the quadrant glitch to get to it.
Yeah, I mean, there's more than enough desert keys. Like, there's the one that you find, and then, you know, you don't need to spend all the ones in the back.
And while we're on that subject with finding important items, we do find Samaria.
Yeah, we've got the glitch cane.
Or my favorite name, the glitch stick.
The glitch stick. Alright. So with prdwong having a bottle and a cane of Samaria, I think we're about to start seeing some glitches.
So
Momo is checking out the mini Moldarm cave. There's also a screen wrap from here into King's Tomb. King's Tomb is accessible by other means anyway, but it can be a quick way to check both. So we might see that.
Oh, yeah, here's that. This is what Malmo is going to do it's going to do something important here. And this is so that she can get to King's Tomb from this position.
Frame buffering it. There we go. She got to the bottom pixel of the screen and wrapped upward and went too far down. And yeah. If she went down from there, the game would extremely crash.
It is a bona fide crash. Not even like a hard lock or anything. It's just game just dies.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because stuff like mini Moldarm Caves, it's actually on a separate EG map that's just called the EG2 map.
You go off the bottom of it, you go into a place that was never meant to be a room, and is memory being used for other things.
Yeah, and we do find the fire rod on the front of Escape.
Wow, both rods between the runners.
Feels pretty good.
Yep. So one reason to do Escape, incidentally, is that you get the Hyrule Castle Big Key, and that can be important because later on they're going to be in dungeons, in dungeon rooms when the game thinks they're in a cave. That's cave state. And when you're in cave state, There's no such thing as a cave state big key, except there's 4 big keys that happen to act as a cave state big key, and it's just if you have them, you have the big key in cave state. And Hyrule Castle is one of them, and you always know where it is.
Yes, and we'll actually see that cave state being applied for a very important thing in the book that we're going to see, and that will be getting to pod from the drop down from Spectacle Rock.
Mm-hmm. All right, so prdwong's got that cave state big key. Malmo's catching up in Kakariko.
What would No Logic be like with key drop? Ooh.
I've done a little bit of it. I've been spending a bit of time recently, kind of QA testing the door randomizer when played with No Logic, because there's kind of extra crashes that you get.
Interesting. So prdwong chose to go to the it chose to go over to Aga Tower, just for the chest, but that's it. I believe the reason being is that I don't think prdwong has well for one thing, just to also link that together with Dark Cross, but I also thought I was thinking he doesn't. I don't think he has the correct bottle color to do a YBA from that position. If he even has a potion.
Right. Yeah. I don't actually know what's in the bottle.
Because bottles are pretty important in this in No Logic.
Very least useful thing for glitches.
Yeah. We get deserts big out of the graveyard ledge. Dark Cross. Yeesh.
Wow. We're just gonna maybe desert doesn't require glitches today.
Yeah. Well, we might still see it in case we choose to go to Mire.
I have not heard of fairy duping.
Me neither, actually. So Malmo will also get that fairy in the bottle and might choose to dispose of it as well, but we'll see. Malmo actually is going to go head down to desert from the spot.
Trying to figure out why she's getting there this way. Oh, to get the race item from the top. Or not. Okay. It's just fewer screen transitions. But yep. One application of overall glitches is just cheat at the race game.
Yeah, that's actually Tam is pointing out too. You could have actually duped the sword, which I've never done.
Yeah, I'm intrigued. What is the method for duping that item? We got prdwong also setting up the screen wrap to King's Tomb.
Gets it. Just 10 arrows.
Overworld YBA before collecting it. Okay.
Interesting. Apparently, it's also you can work on. It also works on the dam as well if you pick up that. at least according to JD's silver gun, and also choosing to just use the key up for the Master Sword for a Malmo side.
Alright, so right now our racers are basically picking up the checks that the other one has done. What do you think is the first dungeon we're gonna see?
I think I would say maybe Eastern, because you have the buddies from both. Collectively, we have Bow and Fire Rod.
Yeah. I'm expecting we're going to see Palace of Darkness or Thieves Town, given that those have, you know, very straightforward ways to get to them in Cave State.
Everyone's going to check what the fairy gives us, and there's just another fairy, so yeah, that's just for the bottle fill.
Now, they might be putting off Palace of Darkness until they feel that they would be able to get to Helmasaur and defeat it. But that can be a tricky thing to try to calibrate, because, like, the other 13 items in Palace of Darkness are just completely free. You can go there when you want. prdwong's doing a screen wrap up to Death Mountain.
That's a. Oh no. Okay. I thought for a second it was gonna be an Infinite Scroll hard lock.
Yeah, I won't claim to know what this setup is.
Spiral Cave. This is a Zora DMA to go to Spiral Cave.
Nice.
See, this is what we're talking about with this race. This is a race that is going to show quite a lot of things you can do with not just overworld glitches, but like No Logic itself.
Well, it turns out that you were right that the next dungeon you were going to see was Eastern Palace.
Yeah, I think it makes sense because
Third sword.
I think it makes sense just because you have a bow, you just do it. Also,
yeah.
We did well, my net was just dying for a second. Apparently, we got a tempered sword.
Mm-hmm. Well, when it comes to that, like, Momo doesn't have the big key, right? Which is okay because she could force the door open with the Cane of Samaria, but that is a bit of effort.
Right. Yeah. And Malmo does not have a lamp, so that she can't or hammer or a lamp or a hook shot, so that she could hook push over to Armos.
Yeah. But yeah, she might be planning to hook push later, and just do it all the rest of Eastern right now, or I very rarely see people do the Cane of Samaria thing, but it's a possibility.
Actually, Visicot actually pointed out in the chat, the Eastern Big Key was actually off of Bakasaha, if it's correct.
Wait, but Momo doesn't have it.
Yeah. Oh.
I don't know what this setup is.
We're doing a West Samaria corruption.
Yeah, I don't understand why she took all the damage, but the West Samaria, you touch the Big Key door, and then you do a West Samaria transition corruption here, and that opens the door.
Death Hole?
No, but yeah, but why?
Oh, Death Warp. I was like,
oh yeah, right. That opens the door, but it messes up your camera. Got it.
Okay, yeah. I was thinking Death Hole because I know that there's Arcus Devil Arcus. I was like, but wait, that doesn't make sense because this is a West Samaria.
And despawns all the sprites, so there wouldn't be a boss to beat. Okay, got it. Yep. All right, that makes sense. Yeah. So, I was saying I don't usually see this Cane of Samaria trick, but now we've seen it.
Yeah. Again, this is just showing the prowess that these two runners can actually do when it comes to just breaking the game over to their will. So by doing this play, she will actually leave the big chest out.
Yep. You know, that's... There's a lot of items you leave behind in No Logic, because you know you don't need all the items. Just kind of choosing which items and how many of them to isolate.
Yeah, right, that makes a lot of sense. It looked like Purdy One. Okay, it looked like Purdy One was trying to do the clip over to Graveyard Ledge and got hit by a fairy. Got hit, got revived from the fairy. So
Yeah, the fairy bottle actually was useful.
One specific case, and Malmo will only get a 20 rupee, and also that's also a blue pendant.
Ooh, just a pendant.
Malmo, stopping to think for a second, gonna head back into Eastern Palace.
Yep. prdwong has done the Kiki Yeet, wrapping the screen horizontally and vertically, I think. And that's a quick way into Spectacle Rock to go to Palace of Darkness. Momo is setting up to get that one extra item.
So the decision, that's also an ice pick, by the way, for Purdy One. So the decision that Purdy One chose to go to the front of Escape, this is actually going to be what comes out of it, because we're now in Cave Say, we're in Pod. The game, to render the fact that you have there's no keys in the overworld or in caves, it gives you 255 keys. And the game never expects you to actually use any keys for obvious reasons, so.
I wonder how many people learned about K-State keys from the April Fool's rando, which could put locked doors in caves.
I don't know. There's a Swamp Small for Purdy Wong.
Occasionally useful, not nearly as crucial as it usually is.
So, Malmo will now get the information that Desert is required, or to get the green pendant. Yeah, there's that Eastern Big.
Oh yeah.
Might be a little bit, might be other views are just like, oh man, that's a little, that's a thing. So Purdy One's actually gonna run back through where the conveyor and the hallway, and also what is supposed to be the mimic room, because if Purdy One were to jump down with the hammer, he'd be stuck because the sprites have been despawned.
Yep. All right, Melmo's filling a red potion. I think we're about to see a YBA. YBA, or Yuzuharu's Bottle Adventure, is a set of glitches you can do by drinking a potion at the moment that you screen transition. And the Red Potion YBA... Red Potion is one of the most versatile sources of YBA. So there are some that can be done with a red or green potion, and some that can be done with a red or blue potion. Then there's Fake Flute, which can only be done with a blue potion.
Yeah, and that's only accessible within the overworld. And
Mhm.
So basically now Malmo and prdwong are together in this dungeon.
Very
Yeah.
amused by that Tam shopping emote.
Yeah, that's a good emote. Yeah. Malmo will get that swamp small. Almost how he only has a piece of hearts, so that actually will give him a refill. There's there was actually the other fire rod. I missed it, but two fire rods being in pretty accessible locations.
Now that they've got 7 and 8 hearts, respectively, I think we might see them fight Helmasaur.
Yeah, this is
You're
gonna
wrong, it's setting up the statue drag, yep.
really, you can still do this even without mirror.
Yeah, I mean, it takes more setup. So you statue drag while going down the stairs. That keeps your dragging state, and you drag back into the door and get bonked by the anti-fairy, which lets you walk away and also keep your dragging state. You push this statue with your shoulder so you don't grab it again. Leave the tile and come back to reset the camera on the tile. Very important step that I forgot for a while and wondered why I couldn't get this version of it. And then use the statue dragging motion to juke this transition. And all of that was because statue dragging is the one thing that lets you juke a north-facing door. And now you can just do weird things with the screen that let you get to Helmasaur. And yeah, I recently learned from Spleeby that you can leave the dungeon instead of walking to the north tile, and come back in, and you still have your statue dragging state, and that way is safer. And oh no, prdwong, I think, didn't quite do the right inputs, and took a while to get out of the spikes at the top of the room, and now has 1 heart to fight Helmasaur with. But does have the hammer, so, you know, kind of easier than usual. But this is a little bit scary.
Yeah, it's gonna have to basically play this perfectly. Okay, gets the despawn on the fireballs.
Nice.
At least there's no fireballs for this part either, so. And through.
Nice. Good pause buffers there to make sure that the tail wasn't threatening.
Gives a Hera small, and that will be the first crystal on the board around 32 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah, Hera Small is actually a particularly useful small key. Not because you unlock a door with Hera in it, but because you unlock a door in Swamp with it.
Yeah, glitches are they're interesting, especially for the no logic stuff, because no logic is going to be like we were building up these tournaments for a while over time, and now we're going to see this is like a big culmination of what we've seen. We get a Quake medallion off of the Hylia Islands. This was something that was spotted originally.
Mm-hmm. Right, we've got Momo heading into the Dark World. We've got the crystal check there. We see that, what was that? Skull, Petals of Darkness, and Swamp were all crystals.
Yes, and Swamp was a 5/6 crystal, and oh, this is pretty much the bane of my existence. Bunny citrusing.
Yep. So she's gonna do the citrus clip, a series of one-frame movements as the bunny to get down Death Mountain into the Dark World mainland. And yeah, Momo left the Palace of Darkness without fighting Helmasaur. Might be planning to come back later with a mirror when it's quicker.
All right. So now with Malmo choosing to go into this Goldwidge, prdwong will actually now head into Eastern. Without that knowledge, he'll actually find out. Oh, it's like too low there. So that's a save quit. Yeah, getting soft locked is not uncommon with glitch modes, since considering you have to do a lot of these specific lineups and stuff.
So Momo takes the death in Skullwoods to get Link State inside the dungeon, and also to get fake Dark World outside the dungeon. She'll now be able to navigate the Skullwoods overworld tile as if it were the light world, because the game thinks it is the light world. And if she left the overworld tile, she would be in the actual light world. So she's pretty much committing to doing all the checks in Skullwoods.
So prdwong will not get the tempered sword. Malmo will actually take the ride back up with the Ballmaster, and with that death in play, that she's actually now in fake Dark World, and she can at least continue further within Skullwoods. I'm curious to see if she'll take maybe want to take advantage of it in case anything good happens. Comes to show up. Like if a flute shows up, mostly just for convenience sake. Maybe you might just activate it while she still has that fake light world in play, or fake dark world in play, rather.
At this point, it would take a while to walk out of Skullwoods.
Right. Right. So Mama will go ahead and fight Mothula here.
Yeah, and prdwong is getting to the big key chest of Eastern the normal way and not the funny screen wrap way. Or is just getting the small key and not fighting. Oh, neat. Never mind. Wait. Is just getting a surplus small key. Maybe to have it in another dungeon later?
That might be the case. I think the only thing that comes up to mind is Meyer, but prdwong doesn't even have a bottle have anything filled up. 31 will not go ahead and fight Armos. We need to get the quick kill here. Malmo was actually close to getting that quick kill and failed at the last possible minute. But 31 does get the quick kill. But we'll find out the dependence, and yeah, that's done.
Alright. Is Momo checking Ega's tower, or has she not done the castle yet?
She hasn't done the castle.
Okay.
One's going to do the same thing like before to get over to that right side, which is the big key chest item.
Mm-hmm.
And choosing to continue. Oh, okay, yeah, for the depth warp. Okay, fair enough.
Yep. Going around the tile from where the sprites look like they are to where they actually are. So, he's going back in. I think he must have something in his bottle.
Okay, this is interesting. Oh, there is a green potion. Okay, I did not notice that Pretty One actually got a green potion there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So prdwong's going from Eastern to Meyer, and bringing that extra small key. Well, just needs to get the. Oh no! Oh no! Well, got the timing wrong on the YBA and just accidentally drank the green potion.
Yep. So the punishment for that really is you have to go and buy a potion again, which takes time. I don't know if Pretty One will want to go back again after that. I don't believe there would be a reason to do so, considering it has to be like quite a ways to get back. Interestingly, Malmo was trying to death warping on, or trying to death warp on some rows, but chose to save quit afterwards.
Okay, Momo's doing the river clip. This can be a fast way to get into Aga's tower. Well, Momo's position is a little confusing. Okay, she's back on track.
Oh, and so instead of going into Meyer, prdwong actually chose to take that green potion up to up to Thieves Town.
Yep. So now we've got Cave State Thieves Town. Accidentally quaking instead of hammering, I think.
Yeah, was one quick swap off. And Pretty One actually has to go from up and around, because if you try to go through the normal way, you actually get stuck.
Yep. So you can spend those small keys to open those doors, one of which is the back of the big key door, so that door's open now. And so prdwong's probably going around, yeah, and cracking the floor, going back to get blind. Going to fight blind with the door open, and probably going to leave the dungeon after that.
Do you not get stuck from the YPA? Because I thought there was I was reading it. I think you could, if you go from the if you pick up the big well, in this case it didn't. Well, it wouldn't matter because they don't have gloves anyway. But if they had gloves, if you picked up the
Yeah, that's if you mirror doored to get here.
mirror door. That's what I was thinking. Okay.
Which would be a very me specific route, but yeah, I love to use mirror door to get to Thieves Town. But yeah, you got to be careful and not go through any vertical doors that are in the middle of tiles.
Right. Yeah. And that but I like doing it myself when I'm like doing multi worlds, just because you're not. Because the one thing that's the one bad thing about doing mirror doors is that if you do it right, you have to wait like 55 seconds.
Yeah, the one from Desert to Thieves Town in particular is a kind of long one that takes 55 seconds.
Or if you don't pick up a pot, it's 18 minutes.
Yeah. We've got Momo in the front of Thieves Town. I wasn't paying attention. Did she just walk in the front door?
She walked to the front door. She YBA'd, and she's went through the front door. Oh, got the timing on the LSD blind.
Yep, and that's important because this is what's going to let prdwong beat blind and then leave the room afterwards. Doing this glitch makes the door stay open.
I could never get the timing down correctly. Just
yeah.
I know you're supposed to menu on the same please either select or use the
Yeah, you can select buffer the heck out of it because it doesn't matter if you're early because you can just keep doing it.
Okay. Good to know. And this is what we're talking about with so he did clear prdwong did clear blind, but we'll have to re-enter the room. We have to re-enter blind in Thieves Town State to get the crystal or whatever the prize is. Yeah, the input for LSD blind is that you just press select.
Mm-hmm.
If you do the mirror, you also if you do it with the mirror, you get the mosaic effect.
Oh, wow.
It's actually a lot of fun. I've seen races where I think I seen a race where someone kept it. I think it was prdwong that kept it for quite a bit until choosing to, I believe, save quit out.
Wow.
Yeah, he did it during the dailies. Yeah,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, so prdwong will go ahead and get a pendant.
It's the other pendant. Okay, well now we know where all the crystals are.
And with that too, oh wow, pedestal is kind of wide open. Yeah, could have hook shot, could have flippers could have glove, moon pearl, mirror.
Have any item left in the game.
Yeah. What pearl? What can't on the ped? So Malmo will actually go ahead and defeat Blind while in Thieves Town State, because since she chose to actually, instead of doing LSD Blind, she actually chose to just go through the front and get into Thieves Town State to get directly.
Maybe the second ice rod is on the pedestal.
The second ice rod on the pedestal would be pretty funny.
I think we're probably unlikely to see the pedestal just because, you know, again, so few items are actually essential.
So the shovel gave prdwong a Meyer Small, taking advantage of the fact that you know, once you transition from fake dark world, you end up in the light world.
Yeah, we are at the point where we could start thinking about go mode, or like oh no go mode, where it's like, yeah, you could technically beat the game at this point, but you wish you had more items.
Yeah.
So let's think it through. Hera's fine. You can get there in a lot of ways, like from Palace of Darkness. Palace of Darkness, yeah, we've seen. Swamp Palace with this few items really hurts my head. But there's the Cane of Samaria, so you could Death Hole Argus, and you could Dungeon ID swap.
That's a fun prdwong. Jeez, I'm really jealous. Doing Money Citrus to get to GT.
Yeah, it's a nice place to go. You get a lot of items, especially once you have the hammer.
Yep, you have hammer, you have Samaria. You can practically do every part of the dungeon.
Yep. Some parts of it twice if you want.
Was it really a manual clip? I did really pay attention. I see Bunny in it. You're doing, and I see like slot bars. I'm like instantly thinking, oh, this is just citrus clips of Bunny Citrus.
Actually, surprised that prdwong is waiting out Tile Room of all checks.
Yeah, I think it may be the more, I guess, if you really wanted to put logic into no logic, which makes no sense, logical check to do. I mean, I would say like Overwhelm Glitch is logic. You would do this.
Yeah. Hoping to find something that Malmo doesn't is what I would say this is for.
Right. Compass for Hera.
Well, all right, Malmo's back in pod. Looks like she's gonna fight Helmasaur. Or she's going to unlock Hera.
Oh, is this
She's going to do the YBA from pod to Hera in Cave State.
I think I've seen her practice this. There's mirror on
Yeah.
Compass Room.
Yeah, this one's a pretty straightforward YBA. Like, this was maybe the first one that I learned.
prdwong got the sank card while
Oh no.
missed the timing there. Or maybe it was a little bit was I guess too high? I don't think it was too high, or I don't know.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, now it looks like Malmo is going to fight Helmasaur.
All right. So here's the fun bomb jumps that you do for this part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't need a hook shot to navigate this.
There's a blue potion.
Nice. So a second potion for prdwong. That's pretty much go mode.
Or well, oh no, go mode.
Yeah. Like, yeah, there's definitely more items you want. You would want to have flippers, for example. But I think now there's a way to beat each dungeon. Turtle Rock would be a pain right now.
Looks like Malmo missed. I think Malmo may have missed the
Oh no.
the statue drag there.
I can't think of right now how you do Turtle Rock with 2 bottles and no hook shot and no Moon Pearl.
The double YPA.
Yeah, but how do you get there?
True. Yeah. Odd quadrant glitch.
Oh, yeah, okay. Sure.
Or the overall conveyor. There, actually, its overall conveyor may actually got a bit more accessible because of Chuck's Humans video on it.
Oh, right, the mirror. You just mirror clip in. Yeah.
That's yeah, because we got that mirror, but even then, it's not enough.
Mirror clip into the wrong place. Okay, yeah.
Once you have the Turlock bag, yeah.
Alright, so it's possible, but not the most reasonable thing to do.
Pretty one just getting a Harktair from the big chest. Good old Super Scudge. It's pretty well we'll get a desert map, although we already know what it is. It's just the green pendant. I probably should take some time to actually appreciate the Malmo's MSU pack. This is something that she created, and it's Brain Lord. Really good thing, and of course, some of us are in GT, like always.
All right. Alright, prdwong is getting around to checking the back of Escape. Forget if we've seen this.
We never saw this.
Well, it wasn't too exciting.
Okay, that explains why. Wait, why the glove was over on the Fire Snake room. pretty well will check the ether tablet here and just 50 rupees. So enough notes there. Alright, pretty one will do some more bunny stuff. This will be for the fake flute here. What I'm more comfortable with.
Yep. So the fake flute is you drink a blue potion while screen transitioning, and it takes you to the flute menu. And if you're in the dark world, you can still do it, and you land at one of the light world spots, but in the fake light world, so the next screen transition puts you in the dark world.
Yeah, you gotta be careful not to take any damage from any enemies, because you will be knocked back into bunny state if that happens.
Yep, you get Super Bunny state, and you can turn it into Link state by grabbing a tree. But you just gotta safely get to a tree.
There you go.
Grabbing the grating of Thieves' Town also works, but you've usually already pulled on it by then.
Mammal will get the silvers in GT because it always shows up there. And so Pretty One will take advantage of this fake flute by going into Skull Woods.
Seeing the kind of Ganon's Tower routing that you only see when you don't care about how many keys you have.
Yeah, you can even do more stuff than that from there, so.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the Skull Compass within its own dungeon. Over on Pretty side. So Pretty One what we'll do is get Super Bunny from or was getting Super Bunny. I think he's
Mirror in the compass room.
Yeah, I commented on that a while
Right,
back.
I missed it.
Yeah, and that also was where the Saint card was positioned as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Swamp, you might have to bring keys from another dungeon, like, you might have to bring keys into Aga's Tower from Mire or something to unlock Aga's Tower, so that then you can dungeon ID swap and climb up Aga's Tower, and get the Swamp Crystal. There are probably better plans that involve just having another item.
I think Memo was looking to buy some potions, although was apparently unaware that she did have those red and blues already in place, so no purchases are going to be necessary for now, other than a time sink there.
Yeah. Yeah, not having a lamp would be a problem. Oh, Tam's referring to something that happened. Right. I think I might have seen this.
Oh yeah, apparently it's something about missing the door.
Yeah, okay, right. Yeah, now I remember that. Alright, Malmo is setting up the YBA to Ice Palace Cave State. Welcome to Carpet Palace. A lot more traction than usual. A bunch of penguins getting rug burn.
this is one way. This is one way of getting number 2 ice palace, and it's a lot more tolerable because of the fact you don't have the ice physics. Oh my god!
Just wrapping around from 255 keys to 0 by opening exactly the wrong chest. What's she doing now?
Wow. Okay.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay. Because she can just collect more keys, I guess. What?
Amazing. Pedestal is only 3 bombs, so that's dead. Okay then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know. I know it's rare for that to happen in No Logic. But that like you this is something that we actually we try to prevent in hybrid major glitches for pod, because if there was a small key, if you try to open a key if you try to open up the ambush chest while you're in pod, and it happened to be a small key, it just happened to wrap around to 0. So I just ow. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's a lot bigger of a risk in HMG because of the fact that, HMG you usually don't shuffle the small keys. So there's 6 small keys and the big key in chests inside pod, and you'd have to avoid all of them.
Right. Yeah. Oh, wow. I'm still blown away by that.
See if it happens to prdwong also.
If that happens to prdwong, this will be quite an interesting experience. So looking to head down there now. Oh, it's so gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wow. Unbelievable. prdwong debating on whether or not to take the key, and Cho said no. There's hookshot.
Nice.
Freezer chest.
Okay. So we've got the ingredients of hook pushes, except for a good way to set the index.
Yeah.
Like a lamp would help immensely, but you can do it with powder in ways that I don't fully understand, and sometimes involve save and quitting.
Yeah, and looks like Chuck Simmons pointing out that Malmo has learned powder pushing, just
right.
Basically, and this was actually something that Mr. Pyre taught her. I need to know. I need to know that I'm relying on the lamp, because that's what I'm used to, Oh, it's such a good emo Sakat, Vizakot. So that's the second crystal that we got for Malmo. Will soon be Mount prdwong will soon get it, and that'll be his third.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it looks like we're seeing that hook push didn't work. It's like prdwong will get that hook shot from the freezer chest. And Malmo is on the way to maybe desert? In like desert.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe just doing some of the checks around it? No?
Oh wait, this is oh wait, JD Silvergun's pointing out this is for Devil Argus.
Right, of course.
I just remembered that this is that I actually learned this just recently.
Yeah, same. It's pretty useful. A lot better than having to do two or three YBAs. I'm not sure she meant to take all of that damage.
No, that was clearly unintentional.
Yeah. So you got to get down to where one bomb will kill you and get killed by that bomb while you're falling into a pit after you have glitched the room with Samaria transition corruption.
Yeah, because what happens is when you glitch it out with a Samaria transition with an STC, it actually creates these pits that you don't see. So, oops.
Oh no! Did you just mirror out of here?
Yes, yeah. At least you have a recovery there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what for that first, you're supposed to what you're supposed to do is to get around that pit and then yeah, just monk there. Once you're lined up at a specific pixel around, like it's about a 2 pixel gap, a 2 pixel window for that. Doing good.
There we go.
Oop.
Oh. Yeah, a lot of ways to make the wrong movements and end up wrong warping to the wrong tile.
Yeah, this is what you're supposed to do after that is you're supposed to do a left then a right. That would make sure you're at least able to get out of that that entrance or the door.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a way to get to Argus from Desert Palace by dying while falling in a hole.
Yeah, and if Malmo had not done a map check earlier, which you wouldn't, why wouldn't you? If during the entire playthrough, like while the console's still turned on, it would actually be dark. Like it'd be just a black dark screen, nothing else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's that if you've either died or done a map check, right?
I believe that's correct.
And there's Argus. So now, is Malmo going to do the extremely elaborate dungeon ID swap to get the swamp crystal? Or does she have a better plan than that?
I don't know. I personally, for me personally, I would just do the hook push here.
Oh,
yeah.
Got it.
But
Right. She's got all the she can powder push.
The fun thing about with Death Hole when you do it intentionally, not like by unintentionally, which would cause the entire save file to be corrupted, is that you can actually you have a copy of whatever text box is on the screen. Looks like Malmo also failed to do the pound and push again.
And prdwong is in Mire from Eastern, right?
What was that?
prdwong's current location.
Meyer, yeah.
But with the 7 out of 6 items, like, he came here from somewhere else, right? From Eastern?
Desert. I would say
From
desert. Or was it from Eastern? Okay, I didn't pay too much attention to that.
Okay.
I was more focused on the devil.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's the one from Desert. Oh, wow. Okay. So Moon Pearl was if we were dealing with spheres in No Logic for whatever reason, that would be sphere relatively 1. Yeah, sphere 1.
In the sense that most items are sphere 1, but like, you gotta have some way of getting there.
Right, exactly. Yeah,
Like
everything.
You gotta have a potion to YBA there, or a hookshot to Harapot.
Yeah, everything is sphere 1. Says Asder, which is correct in No Logic. Well, the Moon Pearl is a sphere. That's true. That is true. It's got a circular shape to it. Oh, it's also on the. Also, it's on the wrong. It's on the wrong side. Pretty one. Gone. No, wait. No, that was correct. No. Oh no, it was on the right side. What am I saying? I thought Purdy one for some reason went into my Hera, but no, but it wasn't. Here's the more comfortable way of doing hook. The
Statue drag.
Statue drag. Yeah.
Oh, another bottle for prdwong.
Yeah, that's the third one. And it's good.
So he's just heading to Vitreous the normal way.
And with that successful statue drag to Helmasaur, that's gonna now be will be a crystal for Malmo coming up here. The fourth one.
Yeah, we don't know the medallion for Meyer. If it's Bombos, then they have to either go find Bombos or do a dungeon ID swap to collect the Meyer prize.
Uh-oh.
This
Run.
Yeah, this is a situation.
Yeah, it's like the bunny.
Oh,
Oh no!
oh
no! Oh, that hurts.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a. Oh, not happy whatsoever.
That is a lot of rage slashes.
Yeah, that's a save quit. Yeah. Oh.
Oh, we got Malmo doing the skydive.
I love super jump. It looks it looks cool, and then it's all to get over to a swamp.
Yeah. Just jump from the top of the map to the bottom. All right, time for more hook pushing. Whee!
All right, has to get in the. Oh no, she's stuck. Yeah, but that's a hook push, and it looks fun. I'm not really sure it's. Oh, I see what's going on. If you get it, so I guess if you on the first frame of you using powder, you save quit to preserve it?
Yeah,
Is
that's
that right?
definitely a part of the usual setup, but there's also, like, low index hook pushing is that you set index 6 using the powder and you don't save and quit. Am I right about that? And you just have to get more stuff on screen to do the hook push.
Okay, it looks like it's a three frame window for the save quit, and it's a interesting.
Oh, 6 indexes only work for stuck pushes. Okay.
So, I guess in the meantime, Malmo's gonna go and do turtle rock from the back. 2 arrows and then a powder, then a save quit would give you a high surge index value. Interesting. Yeah, I had a feeling as soon as you hear the powder sound and that's what you say. I had a feeling that was part of it. This mushroom. Apparently, Moon Pearl was picked up for prdwong. Must have cleared out Hera.
I think we might be about to see a stuck push to Trinex.
Yeah, I think this yeah, this is the one that I love. This is my fifth favorite one.
Yeah, this is an easy one to set up, relatively, and so much fun.
All right, so now we have a hook shot that's currently just staying there.
Throwing a boomerang up left to get the 0A version that sends you flying upward, and there we go.
Yeah, that's the fun part of it. Wait. I was gonna say, like, don't tell me it doesn't, like, don't tell me it should work. Oh, ow.
Oh no.
Just not. She doesn't have enough bombs to do another one, so
Oh, no.
she has to save it. Oh, and prdwong is now in Mire. If you've never seen any glitch modes, it looks like it's kind of snowing. It's just that the game doesn't expect you to enter Mire from above or to the side. Only by entering a entrance or going into, or just mirroring and resetting that from there. Just will correct it.
So we've now seen the Mire medallion, and prdwong can just do Mire. Because he also got the big key in the Mire shed.
Oh, that was convenient. Alright. See what Malmo decides to do next. While prdwong's going through Mire the intended way. Might be guessing gonna try and do the Mire stuck push again, or the Mire stuck push, the ice swamp stuck hook push again, the powder. So the reason, we actually need to kill Skull Modula anyway, because when we do this particular hook push, we're actually in Modula's super tile. Or actually no. Oh, I guess we're just not gonna go in there, period. We're just gonna get the tablet read. Or oh no, I guess not. We're just gonna go ahead and just head to Mire. Here's another glitchy rain.
Yep. Yeah, so now Malmo's gonna get the medallion information, and maybe even get that, oh, she's not going to the shed. Well, you don't need the big key.
Right, yeah, because we can hook push to it or sec push to it.
Yeah, or do the thing where you go, you YBA from Meyer into Aga's tower, and then from Aga's tower into the Vitreous fight.
Oh yeah, the old school DMA that was basically obsoleted by the DMA that we're currently using, where you just what was it? You don't instead of instead of going from grabbing the camera from where the bottom of the old man cave's at. I'm blanking for some reason. Instead, you clip through the bottom and they go up to the top. Like you actually enter from the just transition normally up to the top.
I think Boomer DMA is you transition sideways onto the Death Mountain tile with the screen wrapped.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, and if you don't correct the screen enough, you get an 18-minute transition. Okay, so it looks like this will be Malmo getting the crystal from Meyer. For Meyer, we'll still have to kill the boss though.
Yep, and the Meyer boss room, for one thing, is accessible from Aga's tower.
Malmo has to make a choice here. Okay, I guess we're gonna do the powder setup again. Okay, it's good. Right. Now heading over to that heading to the desert. Oh, okay. This is okay, this is just for the desert area. I wanted to make sure that was right, because I wasn't sure what the dash up was for.
I'm not really sure where either of them is going right now.
This looks to be for prdwong Hype Cave.
Oh yeah, yep.
Just
more checks.
Or whatever check whatever cave we're gonna call it nowadays, but small cave GT, a heart container, some arrows, some money, and a cape. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Great.
I guess.
2 out of 10.
Yeah, that's why I'm not even reacting there. Okay. Oh, that's one way of doing. That's one way of getting 8 slot 9. Oh, well, that's one way of getting a slot 9 Samaria block.
Yeah, so she just hook pushed into Meyer, the basement where things shoot at you. Does she already have the big key?
I believe so, because Desert Big was, I believe so.
Oh,
Yeah, this is
the desert big. Right. Yes, of course.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think just gonna open up the. This is just this is going to kill the. I believe just to kill
The boss. Yeah.
the boss. Yeah.
Yeah. Forgot which big key it was going to check for.
And this will also be this actually will simultaneously get her the green pendant.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, no. I would say that would be the case if she already had the green pendants in hand.
Oh no.
So it looks like she has to do like a very classic spooky. We actually have to do a dash turn up with iron dash and dash turn up. Pretty One's doing hookshot cave.
Nice.
In the meantime, there and gets it. Nice.
I'm
nice.
very impressed at how these racers can think on their feet. Oh, did she get stuck on the other side of the pegs?
Oh. Wow.
That was impressive, and it didn't work.
Oh, that is very unfortunate. Also, of notes, the other ice rod was in hookshot cave.
All right.
Yeah, this has been quite an interesting race. A lot of missed glitches has happened from both sides of the table.
Mm-hmm. It's always fascinating when we get to see people get themselves into sticky situations using glitches and then do more glitches to get out of them. And that would have been really cool if it had worked.
Yeah, it would have been a very good thing to see, and just as a backup, but alas.
Yeah, as Tam is pointing out, after this race, which might be a little bit demoralizing, they're going to do a rematch.
Yeah, because this is actually a double header between the two. It's game one of that double header.
All right, so we might see the try-next kill from prdwong.
So if it's a crystal roller room for prdwong, just a heart piece. That's enough for a refill. Yeah. So what happened was that Malmo got stuck during the second spooky. Now has bombs, so we'll have to rely on that. Yeah, because as Aster's pointing out, it just she ended up being on the wrong side of the pegs when she attempted to do it. All right, now after all this time, we now get to fight Vinny. This will be for the crystal boss. And despite the strife that's been happening between for executing these glitches, they're actually now back in crystal parity.
Mm-hmm.
5 crystals to 5.
Yeah. Yeah, so each of them just has to do something about Swamp Palace and defeat Trinex. I think we've got Malmo setting up the powder again to do something about Swamp Palace. Oh yeah, and then prdwong would also have to kill Argus.
Yeah, so I just wanted to, because our tracker buyer was thinking that he didn't pick up the green pendant, but the green pendant was already picked up from the start because of Malmo doing the Argus Death Hole. So she still has it in her inventory. Now, do you still need, if you have to get the pedestal, do you still need to do to kill Lambo for it, or no?
No, there's no pendant bosses rule if that's what you're asking.
Yeah. I just wanted to double check because you could check pedestal if you really wanted to, but not like it was not like it's necessary.
Yeah. I enjoy duping, and it's very hype to me when a mystery HMG seed comes up as a pedestal goal, because then there is absolutely no penalty for duping.
Right. All right. Now for this time has to stay in the middle. If the crystal if she had let the crystal drop, it would be stuck. So there we go. We have now the swamp. We have finally got the swamp. We have got the swamp crystal.
Wait.
Only pets
Bleeby's
are
telling
part
me
of the
that there
goal.
is a. Bleeby and Tam are telling me that there is a goal bosses rule.
Yeah, so I believe so. It looks like it's either if it's a ped goal or all dungeons goal. You get the good goal bosses.
Well, I had never known that.
I had suspected something like that, like just out of curiosity. Oh, Pretty Spawn's doing the double YVA here. It has to be careful because can't see where he's going because of the fact that the actual screen wrapped portion is there's actually I think the bottom of where it looked like he was walking on thin air, but that's actually the bottom of the screen. Oh nope, didn't get
Went
it
too far.
Yeah. Okay, so with the swamp crystal now picked up, Malmo will have we'll try and do this stuck push again. So as soon as she does this, then she'll have 7 crystals. This is what we mean by oh no go mode. Malmo, for all intents and purposes, she is in go mode with the equipment that she's got.
Yeah, this isn't even oh no at this point. She's done the hard part, which is Swamp Palace.
Well, yeah, I'm only just bringing it up just for sake of example. Oh, does not have enough arrows.
Oh no. But she can get other sprites on screen. Or no. Okay. Never mind.
Might be doing another powder push here because that was the lineup. That was the that's the cue here. All right, so looks like Purdy's doing an East Somalia corruption. Didn't get it there, I believe. All right, so there should be enough arrows for Malmo to try and attempt it again.
Yep. Yeah, so prdwong is doing the Somalia transition corruption to get to Swamp Palace, and probably is doing this as a different way to get to Argus.
Nope.
That didn't seem right.
Yeah, that didn't. Yeah, looked like that mirror telltale sign of something went awry during that attempt. All right.
There we go. Stuck push again. And Momo gets a rematch against Trinex.
Right, because she did the first time she did the stuck push, she actually ends up dying here. But Purdy does also get the Somalia, the STC to or Somalia Transition Corruption to Swamp Palace. And then all you do here is you just wait. Oh, you can't even wait. You can't even. Oh, right. You still post you drain the water. Okay.
Yeah, there might be camera unlock problems, but one thing you can do is spin YBA to Argus from here.
Oh, that's true. Store. Yeah. Which I think we also with that, but I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Does this should be enough to I guess to get some VRAM shenanigans?
Yeah, we are going to see VRAM shenanigans. Most spin YBAs will completely heck up your VRAM.
Yep, as we're going to see right now.
That avoids it. Nice.
Yep, as we're seeing right now, yes.
One thing I want to know is, why is it that when I did this last night, it VRAM'd for like 30 seconds, before the boss room showed up, and for prdwong it was just instantaneous.
I don't even know. I wish I knew because well, I can't do it because I'm on a Super NT and VRAM shenanigans is disallowed with Super NT.
Yeah, and I know the feeling now because like I like door shuffled modes and I like glitched modes, and on the door randomizer, VRAMing usually crashes it.
But that was a successful. That ended up being a successful lava dive for Malmo. That's so that she can get the top of GT or basically or wherever the Aga Tower spot.
Yeah, that's the last thing she needed to do.
Yep. Oh, we're seeing more V. Are we playing with more VRAM or are we hard resetting? We are hard resetting. Okay.
Questions about No Logic door rando. Super tile transitions all happen the door rando way unless you're in cave state, in which case they take you to the tile that you would expect them to go to if it weren't door rando. Unless it's an exterior door. It's weird and fun, and cave state is extremely powerful.
This when I was learning glitches for the first time, I was really happy to see a VRAM, even though I can't see it now. I can't really do it nowadays since I'm on actual hardware.
Yeah,
but,
when I learned the sewer door deletion, I first learned to do it the VRAM way because at least I know it happened.
yeah, it's a lot of fun it's a lot of fun knowing if you show this race to like someone who doesn't who isn't aware of any glitch modes, and like if like so many people in the chat was saying like what's going on, what am I seeing right now? Show that clip and you're like, it's like, okay, what just happened?
Triple.
Yeah, it's triple, by the way. DG's out for Malmo. She will take game 1 in this best of 3. But we're not, Malmo and prdwong are not done just yet. They're gonna have another match coming up right afterwards. This as far as the official time's concerned, let me get that.
Yeah, GG to Malmo. That was... It's amazing how, like, so much can go wrong in the race, and it still just takes an hour 45.
Yeah, 1:45:02 is the official race time. But yeah, so again, just don't go away just yet, because we are going to see another race in about a few minutes, and on call for that one is going to be Chuck Subin and Foxlisk and Overtime on the tracking.
I'm looking forward to watching it.
Yeah, it'll be a good one. So interviews will happen on that game too. So
Makes sense.
prdwong is attempting to get that double YBA, but can't get the first one. There's the first one. Has to remember where the one goes. There we go.
Yeah, so if I recall correctly, he had attempted this before and then went too far through this door, right?
Yes, that's what happened.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a very unforgiving YBA.
And there's the second one.
Here we go.
And you just fall down there, and you have this long, well, relatively long reset, and then all you do is just walk up. There you go.
Something that often throws me off here is the fact that, like, Tronix's heads end up basically the opposite colors.
Yeah, what I can gather is, what I can glean is that I guess it's just, oh hey, use the color of the Samari, color of the ice rod, the color of the color of the SWAT ones.
Yep. Blue rod for the blue head.
Which that's something I should probably figure out then. Okay, so at this point, after picking up the Turtle Rock crystal, that prdwong will choose to forfeit out, and which is fine because they're going to be doing another game directly after this one.
Mm-hmm.
But GG's to prdwong as well, and yeah, there's the in-game confirmation, that just the screen confirmation that was the forfeit coming out for prdwong.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, GG's.
Yeah, but yeah, again, stick around for the next round. They're going to be starting up just in, I think, about the next couple minutes. Yeah, looks like starting in 10 minutes. So,
all right,
we'll go ahead and toss this over to Chuck Subin and Foxlisk, and other Tom will be on the tracking in place of Mr. Myers. So, yeah, don't go anywhere. It'll be a more No Logic fun after this 10-minute break.
Yeah. It's been good commentating with you, and thank you, Mr. Buyer, for tracking.
Thank you very much. Don't go away.